What if I told you that there is a specific law within manifesting that makes the law of attraction work every single time and also allows it to happen much more quickly? That is what we are about to dive into. This video is all about the law of assumption, and this is essentially what I built my whole manifesting practice around without even realizing there was a name for it long ago. So I can't wait to dive in even deeper and show you how to use this in your manifesting. I've actually brought up the ideals behind this law of assumption throughout so many of my videos, especially the one where I show you specific words to write down to activate this law. And so many people message me with huge manifestations from following that video. So if you haven't tried it yet, I'm gonna leave a link up here and click that now and watch that video next if you haven't tried this yet, because you're gonna wanna try this. But the law of assumption is almost like the secret sauce that makes manifesting truly work. So let's get into it and how to use it and how it all works. And make sure to stay tuned to the end because I'm gonna share a really powerful law of assumption exercise that you can try out. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting the law of attraction with meditations and more, where I share the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. I absolutely love making these videos for you and sharing free resources that you can apply and use in your own manifesting. So go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below if you enjoy watching them. It really means a lot to me and lets me know you're watching and getting value. So once you do that, let's jump right in. The law of assumption essentially means what I have mentioned in so many of my videos. Whatever you expect is what you attract. If you really look at it, we have so many assumptions that we aren't even probably aware of. And they all, every single one of them, come from your subconscious programming. And subconscious programming is the main force behind manifestation because it forms our assumptions and what we expect. And what you expect is what you attract. I could go on and on and on and on and on about this topic, but for the sake of this video, I will keep it moving. But think of how many assumptions you have each day. Better yet, write it out, just so you can see how much your assumptions are actually forming your reality. I mean, you assume you're gonna fall asleep in your own bed. You assume you're gonna wake up at a certain time. You assume that your car is gonna be there in the driveway when you wake up. And you assume to see certain people. You assume all day. But those are assumptions. They aren't facts. Maybe your car won't be there in the morning. Maybe you won't see someone that day. But whatever you continue to assume materializes. So if you can assume what you want to manifest as being sure and definite, and I am talking sure, then it will happen. Sounds great, right? But the thing is, this only works when you've done the other work behind it. The work that most people don't talk about and usually don't want to do. Nobody else really talks about the things you have to do behind the scenes to make the law of assumption work. And that is to clear all of the limiting beliefs and blocks and any reason why you think or believe that you can't have this thing or that it's going to be hard. Because you can't assume something that you don't believe is possible, plain and simple. You can't assume to wake up a millionaire or a billionaire if you don't have the programming to support it. This is where most people think manifestation doesn't work. Manifestation works. It's your programming that's not working for you. And the problem is that most people use this evidence of what is happening in their current reality to form their assumptions about what's possible. They look to what they've experienced, what they've been taught, what they've been told. They look at their programming to decide what's possible. But this law of assumption requires you to shift and believe in something even before you see it or have any evidence to support it, which is easier said than done. You have to start from your programming and clear any beliefs enough to choose to assume to believe in something new. If you really think about it in your daily life, your assumptions are typically what tends to happen because you are sure and certain of it. So in turn, it happens. I mean, as with anything, there's always outliers where sometimes what you assume will happen doesn't, but it's pretty rare and those situations tend to catch you off guard because typically what you assume to happen is what happens. But do you see how powerful this is when it comes to manifesting? If you can assume what you desire as being a sure thing, it has no choice but to show up. It's a law. And like I said, my whole manifesting process is pretty much centered around this assumption that I hold, where I know and trust that everything always works out for me. And any desire that I have is not only possible, it's inevitable. It's for sure. I expect it to work out, and it does. This is an assumption that I made about my life, and I encourage you to do the same, but you have to do the work behind it to fully believe it. Clear the limiting beliefs and change the way you view your life, and really assume it. Don't just try it out here and there and then back away when you don't have immediate evidence of this assumption. In order for the law of assumption to work successfully, it's not something you just try out here and there. It's a commitment to living in the end result knowing it's a sure thing. You assume it's yours, and it is. End of story. Assume what you want as being inevitable. It's a sure thing. And I want to quickly share this amazing law of assumption exercise to sort of gauge where you're at and to see how much you fully believe in having what you want. Because like I said, that's so crucial and important for this to work. So here's how it goes. So to do this exercise, think of one thing that you intend to manifest. And with your eyes closed, repeat in your mind to yourself in present tense, I am or I have blank. Fill in whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever you intend to manifest, fill in the blank. So I am or I have blank. I have the best job. I have a brand new house. I have the vacation I want booked. Whatever it is that you want, state it as a fact. And once you've said it in your head, try saying it out loud as a fact. Just like you're casually mentioning it to yourself in a conversation, like, yeah, I have a brand new house. Yeah, I booked that vacation. And notice if it feels natural. And if you felt like it was connected and it was a real thing and it didn't feel like some weird thing you're doing. Or notice if you backed down at all, or if it felt forced or it didn't feel natural. If it felt weird and didn't feel natural, that's a signal that you have some limiting beliefs to clear. Because if you don't believe it, how can you expect to receive it? You want to be at the point where it's so obvious that you would be more shocked if it didn't happen. Like if someone were to come up to you and ask you about it, you'd be like, yeah, of course. Like, duh, yeah, that's already mine. Like, yeah, I already have that. Yeah, I already have that house. The law of assumption is extremely powerful, but make sure you do the work behind it to get the maximum results from this practice. And if you've heard of this before, you've probably seen all the surface level stuff like, yeah, just assume it. But the deeper work is where you get the most results. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And also be sure to check out my Instagram at MKMagicMindset and my website, mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.